check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. A season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And checking out Boston. And they're down 4 spots from them. And the Hornets with possession here. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming from the free throw line. Gets it to go. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Let's see some of the numbers here for DeMar DeRozan. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling things out there. 6th in free throw percentage, and he's really worked hard at his offensive game. He ranks in the top 10 in that category, points per game.
Steve, you mentioned his top 10 free throw percentage. I mean, it's really a strong part of his game, and he's the kind of guy that if you're defending him, you don't want to foul him. Make him earn him from the field. Don't send him to the line.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Some really good games going on, and that Toronto one has caught my eye.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty at the line. Hornets leading by 6. Fires from the wing. No good. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Kicks it to Jones. Backing down. Shot clock at 5. The 9-footer's on the mark. Jones has got 6 points.
Every once in a while, he'll kind of step out of his role and give you something like that.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Barnes comes to help. It is now to Clark. The shot is off. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. He's got 8.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Outside Williams. Pass to Wagner. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. They can look forward to the Rockets arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
And some good games going on, especially that Atlanta contest. That's interesting.
The Celtics making a switch here. Shot clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And the Celtics making a change here. Anderson's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He kicks it to Morris. Back to Brown. Anderson outside. Pace drills it from outside. 9 points in the game so far.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Wiseman. And it's good off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 4.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Base covered by Barnes. Offline with his three. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Williams. Anderson against Williams. And Anderson slams it in.
Wow, he sure can make up for that lack of size and height because of his leaping ability.
There's a screen by Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Hornets have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys. About 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
He misses the free throw.
With all the chances he's been getting, it's got to be frustrating that his struggles continue at the line.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Johnson, he's checked in for Barnes. And Curry subbed in for Williams. And the second free throw, good. So it's the Celtics now. And here is Morris, averaging 13 points a contest. There's the screen. Passes to Bryant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Base. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
You know, it looks like despite the injury he's got, he's still able to deliver, and that's what he's showing us right now.
The Celtics have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. Clark, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the free throw, no good. Charlotte in the lead. Johnson left side. On the wing, Williams. Lets it go. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Morris kicks to Anderson, and he makes good on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 1. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
Well-executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Brown kicks to Clark. Working down low. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team.
Oh, they're so patient at the offensive end. They don't take bad shots. They really look to move the ball and find the best shot they can every possession.
That one is off. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Anderson. And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Morant, DeRozan defending. He feeds it to Curry. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Clark. 14 feet away. And a little back time, but it drops. 23 points in the game. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Base. The rebound by Johnson. The Hornets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the Hornets making a change here. Celtics trail by 4. Now DeRozan. He's got 6. DeRozan gets a screen from Clark. And DeRozan, here we go. Dishes it to Clark. shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Clark's got 5 points in the quarter. Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. The pass to Wagner. He dishes it to Johnson. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
Let's see some of the numbers here for DeMar DeRozan. He has been filling up the stat sheet for the last month. 2nd in scoring, 4th in free throw percentage, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
And Steve, you look at that scoring average. I mean, he's been fantastic. Absolutely one of the most dangerous, lethal scorers in the NBA right now.
Tries from 16, drained for 2 points. DeRozan's got 8. The Hornets shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. Wagner, and such a nice move to make the basket work. And the Hornets lead by 2. Celtics have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. DeRozan against Williams. Hornets with the rebound. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Johnson the screen. Morant defended by Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morant. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Number 30, guarded by Curry.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Pass to Wagner. The feed to Johnson. He passes to Williams. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, but he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Curry. With 1 on the clock. No good. Tie game here in Charlotte. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here.
This Tuesday night.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Number 45. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, halftime was exactly what they needed as they have shot the ball much better coming out of the break.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better this half. I don't know what it was. Perhaps they changed the rims, unbeknownst to us, but something changed.
Wagner, defended by Jones. Rocket 6. Here's Barnes. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Celtics with the lead. To the inside. Number 45. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
On that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Boy, they just can't seem to get it right from the line here. Yet they're still on top. But that poor free throw shooting could come back to haunt them.
It's Richardson on the wing. Drops in the tray.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Jones with the screen on Williams. Williams comes with a double team. Pass to Jones. Feeds it to DeRozan. And it's blocked by Wagner. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. The Hornets shooting at 50% in a decent cruise. Barnes with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. From outside the arc. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Kicks it to Jones. It's Jones on the way. Celtics passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. DeRozan dishes to Jones. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
There's the dish to Richardson. He kicks it to Barnes, and the shot is good.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Celtics making a switch here. Clark's checked in, and they now lead as the free throw drops for him. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Passes it to Kelly. They set the pick. Number 30. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Barnes passes to Richardson. And right on target. Good. And the Hornets lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Kelly. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. He feeds it to Williams. Can't nail the jumper. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Dishes to Clark. Pass to Kelly. He tries for 3. Can't get it to go. And the Hornets now going the other way.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Tell you what, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing this fella out than that.
No one between him and the hoop. You're right, Clark.
Yeah, putback slams are not what you want to be giving up if you're the defense.
Number 30. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Barnes kicks to Richardson. Here's Richards. Another shot. It's rebounded by Kelly. Boston trailing. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Richards. Charlotte has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. He dishes it to Williams. Here's Morant. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. He has 30.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that one.
Shot from the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Here's Morant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
First one falls for him. And the Hornets making a change here. No good on the second free throw. Celtics trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Puts up a 3. Shot's good.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Now here's Barnes. He passes it to Wagner. And there's the feed to Barnes. Outside Williams for 3. And that one's good. And the Hornets lead by 5.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make him pay when he's open.
Fultz gets a very good look and converts.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shot.
A rebound by the Celtics.
And then he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
Off target with the open look. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Morant. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 33 points for him.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics had some instruction for his guys during that break. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
All right, Doris. Passes it to Kelly. From beyond the arc, that one goes.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Barnes with it. Now defended by Clark. Barnes with it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Come on, you can hit this!
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both.
How big was that? He's just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
The pass to Kelly. A 3 ball. Cannot hit. And the Hornets now going the other way.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Number 30. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Boston. And so he hits both.
Boy, those were massive foul shots right there. It's down to a one-possession game.
And the Hornets call time here. They're up by 2. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. And the Hornets with possession here. A 2-point game. The kick out to Williams. Here's Morant. It's stolen by Jones. 3-on-3. Curry with the steal. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Rejected by Clark. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Fultz, he's guarded by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And DeRozan. Here we go. Here's Barnes. Here's Morant. To tie it up. Another miss by DeRozan. This could be a turning point.
Kevin, critical possession here.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can. And you know they wanted to go down. They put together a nice run. That would have tied.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. Today's broadcast in tribute to Martin Luther King. It's going to be the Indiana Pacers up against the Milwaukee Bucks. 2K Sports' presentation.
And moments ago, the national anthem and the mental preparation for the game ahead. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The Bucks looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Vucevic?
Well, he brings a much-needed toughness, both inside and also setting screens. And that's something he does that frees his teammates up for open jump shots.
And something else you notice about him offensively is what a dangerous catch-and-shoot player he is. He's got a quick trigger.
You look at the Pacers. This is a critical time for them. They've got guys, a lot of away games coming up, and it's a stretch that's going to be a very, very difficult test.
Boy, I tell you what, for a team that's struggling, the road is not the answer. And this team has struggled wherever they play. They've just had a tough time playing good winning basketball.
Well, I'm sure the last thing they want right now is to hit the road, because you got to work out your problems before you end up on a road trip. They'll just have to suck it up and try to use this trip to try to turn things around, but it'll be very difficult.
So neither attempt will fall that time for them. So for the Bucks, their last game, a loss to the Heat in Miami.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
The Pacers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Indiana on D. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks.
And looking back to last year, they won this season series, as you'd probably expect.
Now here's Paul. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Good!
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And so it's Indiana with it. To touch again on Steve's comment, last year they were a playoff team facing a team that went home at the end of the regular season, and Clark, they took advantage.
Yeah, that to me is what makes a playoff team, Kevin. I mean, beating the teams you should beat and then not having any significant letdown.
He passes to Wagner. Defended by Powell. 5 to shoot. Shot's good. And so just over a minute and a half played. And Wall kicks to Brown. Back to Wall. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And that one's good. Brown's got his first 2 points.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And the pass to Wagner. Uncovered. And the shot is long.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
It's Brown with the drive. Back to Wall. Brooks outside. Feeds the Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Wagner. Number 24. He's covered by Brown. Paul for 3. The Pacers pull it in. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And if you look at the offensive rebounding totals from that game, this team was at a severe disadvantage. You can't expect to win the game when you're only getting 1 attempt every time down the floor.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get some extra possessions, and clearly they were inferior in that area of the game. And you were right on top of it, Steve. For a little guy, that's pretty observant that rebounding would be a stat that you would be able to lock into.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I spoke with the head coach of the Pacers. We talked about the difficulties of facing a player like Chris Paul, and he said that what makes Paul so incredible is his court vision. He explained that there haven't been many players like Paul who can pick a defense apart with both his passing ability and his patience in the offensive sets, saying really, he can just wait you out until he sees a weakness, and that's where he attacks.
Thanks, Doris. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. This is to Gallinari. The shot is off, so Indiana will take it the other way. He kicks it to Brown. Pass to Wall. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Paul with the ball, averaging 16 points a game. No good from Wagner.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Brown, good. Bucks trail by 3. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Paul. Brooks grabs the board. Indiana's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. There's the feed to Wall. Powell kicks to Brown. Good. Brown's got 6 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Now here's Paul. Launches a 3. Gets it to go.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
But they'll get another chance. Brown the pass to Wall. Back to Brown. Wall. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 6 points for John Wall.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Bucks trail by 5. Pass to Wagner. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go. He has 5.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And Wall. There we go now. Brown outside. And the Pacers another 3.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it. Guys, they have to get a hand in his face.
Paul outside. Number 24. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Outside, Wall. Vucevic gives him the lead pass. Brown. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. No good from Wagner.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pacers.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Here's Ingles. Kept alive.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
There's the pass to Dang. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Here's Tucker. Back to Bledsoe. Indiana moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Mills. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
The Pacers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Bledsoe gets the screen from Sarge. He passes to Sarge. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here. Guys, this is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
Here's Dang. 8 points his last outing. In low to Cousins. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
And the Pacers with possession here. They trail by 1. Pass to Ingles. Lots of room. Milwaukee with the rebound. 1:33 left in the first. Down low. There's the dish to McLemore. Pass to Dang. Trying his luck deep. Kicks it to McLemore. Nato. Passes to Dang. 3-pointer. Gets the bucket. Jang's got 5 now.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Let's take a look at what the last month has looked like for the Bucks as far as NBA stats go. First in assists. Second in free throw percentage. And they also show up as a top 5 rebounding team.
Yeah, and the one thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all these stats, Clark, is the assists. And this is a team that has been very unselfish. They're sharing the ball, they're moving, they're really getting a good flow to their offense. And as a result, they're finding pretty high percentage shots almost every possession.
Here's Griffin. A 3-pointer, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's McLemore, defended by Bledsoe. Nato. Offensive rebound, Bucks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
The Pacers making a switch here. House is checked in. Both free throws good from Griffin.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Knocks it loose. Bledsoe dishes to Crowder. Milwaukee with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Well, I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it.
From deep 3-point range, and no good trying to get that one. Offense, the order of the day is the first.
Coming up.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Griffin. And it's Hayes in at the 2-guard position.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Back to Griffin. There's the 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Hits the 3-point bomb. Bucks leading by 9. And Hayes kicks to Zhang. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. He feeds it to Hayes. The Bucks working the ball around. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Here's Crowder. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Tucker kicks to Mills. And the Pacers another 3.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. And we've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them.
And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Pacers 4th.
And I think a lot of it has to do with their defensive schemes, guys, because they rotate beautifully, and somebody is always there to protect the basket.
Free throw drops for House. Some changes for Indiana. Vucevic comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Brown in for Eric Bledsoe. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. He dishes it to Hayes. He tries for 3. No luck. Pacers trail by 7. And here's Brown outside. No good. Excellent D there from Wagner. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Campy. And the Bucks miss again. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. He hits Brown with the drive. Baseline try. That drops. Brown's got 13.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Hayes gets a screen from Wagner. No one near him. Can't hit, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
Tell you what, there'll be a lot of focus on that Oklahoma City contest.
Vucevic, and that one's good.
That's a perfect up and under there. That's textbook.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Inside. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. The Pacers making a change here. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They are just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use a timeout here.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Milwaukee. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And checking out Indiana, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
Seeing where the Pacers are, you know, they've got to take a step back and just try to pinpoint where things went south for them this season. They're in a tough spot.
But it's so hard to figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You got games coming night after night. There's just no time to figure it out. You just have to try to right the ship and get things moving.
That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws. The Pacers have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
so he hits both. The Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Gallinari defended by Vucevic. Now Griffin inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Pacers trail by 4. Wall attacking. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
No problems knocking that one down. 6 points for him. So it's the Pacers now. Feeds it to Vucevic from downtown. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pacers with the rebound. Wall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. One shot by Griffin, no good.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And Brooks, here we go. Back to Brown. Wall. Indiana moving the ball around. Deep 2 from Brooks. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 9 points for Brooks.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Here's Wagner. Drills it from outside.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Timeout called the Pacers.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over. Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. First in assists, third in three-point shooting, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
Yeah, and the one thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all these stats, Clark, is the assists. And this is a team that has been very unselfish. They're sharing the ball, they're moving, they're really getting a good flow to their offense. And as a result, they're finding pretty high percentage shots almost every possession.
It's rebounded by Vucevic.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Brooks misses.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
So it's the Bucks now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The shot's good from Paul.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Here's Brown. 20 points for him last game against Memphis. Indiana again missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's Wagner. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them, Kevin, because he's just a constant presence and a threat defensively in the paint.
And you know what? He's a guy who will put some wood on you now. He'll throw his weight around. Bodying him up play after play can really wear you down.
And the first one drops. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pacers trail by 10. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Brooks sinks the 15-footer. Brooks has got 11 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Eaton. Shot is off. Some solid defense here from Powell. And Wall kicks to Brown. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. Call outside. And there's the pass to Wagner. Dishes it to Gallinari. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Deep 2 from Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
They recover it.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Sarge is checked in for the Pacers. Timeout called the Bucks.
You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Third is Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's been in sync with his teammates over that stretch of time. No question, his passing has just been phenomenal.
Number 24. And again, the Bucks miss.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Bucks leading by 5. 1:16 left in the second quarter. And that one's good. He's got 10.
It's obvious he's hurting. I mean, he's going to tough it out, though, and continue to contribute. You got to give him credit for that.
And Wall kicks to Brown. A floater. Wagner covered by Wall. Wagner passes to Paul. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them. Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, it sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Sarge kicks to Brown. He passes to Sarge. Takes a 3. Can't get it to go. Here's Wagner. Cannot hit. And we've reached halftime in this one. Bucks.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Glad to have at time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Brown. 16 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
His outside stroke has looked really good today.
And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Brown. Brooks is out there with Vucevic, and it's Wall, and it's Powell in at the 5 down low.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious, and a good call by the officials.
The Bucks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And the team free throw numbers for this club, or this season, very impressive. About 80% from the line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Both free throws good from Wagner. Pacers trail by 11. He kicks to Powell. From the wing, a shot's good. Brown making the play. Here's Paul. And is blocked by Brooks. Outside, Wall. Off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Here's Powell with the lead pass. Here's Vucevic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Vucevic.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Pass to Wagner. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Brown.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Brooks. He's got 14 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
Well, you have to protect the rim, Clark. You know that. And when you do that as well as he has today, it really bodes well for your team.
And that one falls for Brooks. And both free throws good for Brooks. Now here's Paul. He's got 12. Gallinari with the screen for Paul. Here's Feet. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
Brown kicks to Brooks. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 18 points for Brooks.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Back to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Number 24 sinks the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Paul against Wall. On the wing, Brooks. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Now, slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Now here's Paul. He's got 12. Number 24 hands the shot from the wing. And the Bucks lead by 8. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in blocks, 9th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that and they get a lot of block shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence.
Bucks leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The shot by Paul, no good.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Brown dishes the Wall. Shot on the wing, and he connects with the jumper. Wall's got 8 points. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wagner covered by Wall. Number 24. They get the rebound. Rejected by Tucker. Now Brown. 16 points for him. Tucker back to Brown. Indiana moving the ball around. Brooks, the pass to Wall. The feed now to Brooks. Offline with his three. The Bucks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. The open shot, Paul, and that one goes long. Pacers trail by 6. Down kicks to Brooks. Rebounded by Wagner. The Bucks shooting around 40% from the floor here. Plenty of space. Here's Eaton. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month. 5th best, the Bucks.
And the rebounding has been key because they've been boarding the ball at a very high level, playing with a ton of energy.
And he knocks down the first one. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. He doesn't get the second one. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Crowder dishes to Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets the screen from Tucker. Here's Mills. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Mills has got 5.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And a chance now to check out the schedule for Indiana. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
You know, some good games going on, and that Phoenix game especially has caught my eye.
Pacers trail by 5. Bledsoe outside. There's the dish to Mills. Elbow shot. And that one hits back iron.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Now here's McLemore, averaging 6 points per contest. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Zhang. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And Mills kicks to Crowder. Drains the three-pointer. Crowder's got 6.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Passes it to McLemore for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
Cousins trying to free himself up. Mills can't hit.
He has not been on his game, and, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Back to Cousins. Pass to Dang. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Bledsoe gets the screen from Crowder. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
The Pacers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Eaton fades away and sinks the tough shot. He's got 11.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And Mills kicks to Bledsoe. Connects from three-point range. Bucks leading by 4. Eaton defended by Crowder. No good from Cousins.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Ingles. Rebound by Dang.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
It's rebounded by Ingles. Pacers trail by 4. Crowder the pass to Bledsoe. Milwaukee with the rebound. Zhang's got his 3rd rebound on the night. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Zhang's got 4 points in the quarter. Indiana's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Kicks to Mills. He feeds it to Crowder. Sinks the three-pointer. Crowder's got 9.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Milwaukee with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early, and that is good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Here's Powell. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Now the pass to Ingles. He dishes it to Mills. And the Pacers, another 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
That's good. Pacers trail by 5. Feeds it to Crowder. Dishes it to Bledsoe. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the free throw, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Number 24. It's rebounded by Indiana. Wall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's House, rejected by Gallinari. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Judge. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Wall attacking. Vucevic. The shot is off. Nice D from Gallinari. Outside Griffin. 1 second left. Buzzer beater. Amazing.
How about the killer instinct on display there?
Wow.
This Saturday.
Thanks again for joining us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
They've got Gallinari. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Wagner in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. 6 to shoot. And Gallinari backs down. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Gallinari. And that's 13 points for Blake Griffin.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Brooks with a screen on Paul. He hits Brown with the drive. Vucevic. That is good.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Pass to Wagner. He kicks to Gallinari. This one for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
And the Pacers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Wagner.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, the head coach for the Pacers had some instruction for his guys during that break. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Powell down low. Gallinari covering. Brooks dishes to Brown. Back to Brooks. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. 2 on the clock. Down outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Wall against Paul. There's the pick. Now the feed to Gallinari. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
And Wall kicks to Brown. Back to Wall. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Knocked loose. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Paul. He passes it to Wagner. From past the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Here's Brown. They get it back. Powell lays it up and banks it in.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Vucevic. Paul outside. Defended by Powell. Shoots from 12. It's John Wall with the rebound. Wall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's blocked by Wagner. The dish to Paul. Hits the jumper in space. Pacers trail by 11. Outside, Wall. Passes it to Brown. Back to Wall. Kicks to Brown. The tray. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Brown's got 22 points.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Wagner. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And Wall kicks it to Tucker. Here's Powell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Bucks leading by 9. The pass to Wagner. Fires the 3. Shot is off. And Indiana will come the other way. Brown outside. Pass to Brooks. He feeds it to Powell. He dishes it to Tucker. Pass to Powell. 5 on the clock. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus. The first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
First one falls for him.
Just like the last one.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the Pacers now. 8-point game. Outside, Wall. No good from outside.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, one or two more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Eaton, defended by Tucker. Eaton, rebound by John Wall. Wall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Soft touch off the glass.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Back to Paul. The Bucks working the ball around. Wall grabs the board. Pacers trail by 6. Brooks right side. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Puts it up from 17. That's good. 23 points in the game.
Not a lot stopping him here in the 4th. He's now 4 for 5.
Outside, Wall. And here's Brown outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist in the game. Timeout called the Bucks. Bucks leading by 5. Wagner, Brooks covering.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Eaton, defended by Powell. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
He's locked in right now, guys, hitting some big shots here in the 4th quarter.
Ball against Wall. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Powell. Pacers trail by 3. Left side, Brown. Wall dishes to Powell. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And he's been exactly what they needed here in the 4th.
Boy, he looks like a dangerous man. I mean, he's made all 4 of his shots this quarter so far.
And it's tied up with that one. The Bucks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Paul outside, puts the lead pass in front of him.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
And the Pacers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Wagner.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Powell kicks to Brown. And he makes good on the layup. Brown's got 13 points now in the quarter.
A very impressive 4th quarter from him so far. He's knocked down 5 of 7 from the floor.
Timeout called the Bucks. The score is tied at 107. 1:53 left in the 4th quarter. Ball against Paul. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And the Bucks lead by 2.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Brown, good.
Feels like a flip has been switched at halftime because both teams now really getting after it.
And it's been a fun half of basketball, Steve.
Ball against Wall. Ball goes in. Can't hit. Wall with some nice defense. This possession gives them a chance to Clark to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Feeds it to Powell. Dishes it to Brown. To take the lead, Brooks. Blocked. Number 24, defended by Tucker.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Wall passes to Brown. Lets it go with the three. They grab their own miss.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Wagner. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clark, a big-time possession here.
I tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
And Wall kicks to Brown. Back to Wall. The feed to Powell. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 5 to shoot. Misses the three. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 2. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The Pacers making a switch here. And Milwaukee has possession. Here's Paul. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Timeout called the Pacers. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
For the win. Beats the bucket.
Wow.
Oh, I do not believe my eyes. How in the world can the game end on a shot like that?
I tell you what, nothing's going to top that. Now I've seen it all.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with the Jordan Player of the Game.
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports, bringing it to you live. Today's broadcast.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The fans are making noise at Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland for their Cavaliers. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one for Middleton?
Well, he's as smart as they come defensively. And no matter who he's guarding, he knows what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and he forces them to do things that maybe don't suit their game.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
You look at the Pelicans. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they've not achieved any of even the most modest goals they've set for themselves so far.
Well, it's been a tough year, Clark, no question. There was a lot of talk from them before the season about proving the doubters wrong. But at this point, the doubters look right.
And so here's Cleveland. After the miss on Nurkic. George. Good on the jump shot.
That's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Got to find something, you're right. And that one's good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
Thompson with the bucket. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And you see a player have to come out of the game like this. I mean, you just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
A nice shot by George.
This is great stuff, guys. You can tell he's hurting, but he continues to play well.
Pass to Humphrey. He feeds it to Joseph. Drops in the tray. Joseph's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
He kicks it to Middleton. Working on Thompson. From deep, George. Pass to Middleton. Another shot. That one a little long.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Joseph dishes to Thompson. The pass to Humphrey. The feed to Joseph. Wide open look. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Back to George. Unloads. Cleveland gets it back. Hernandez. Gomez. Back to George. A three-pointers right on target. George has got 7.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. No good from Humphrey.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Cavaliers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Joseph with the ball. He's got 5. His shot's good from Humphrey.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Now, here is George. They trail by 1.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. Brown, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. So he makes both from the line. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with the Cavaliers head coach for just a bit. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you for that, Doris. So it's the Pelicans now, after the Cavaliers pick up 3. Here's Middleton. He's covered by Thompson. From deep, George, and another 3 for Cleveland.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, loss or no loss, that was a fantastic game, Clark. They can be proud of the way they battled at least.
I suppose, but Steve, it still was a really heartbreaking loss. I mean, you hate to lose in overtime. No matter how hard you played, it still leaves you very empty and disappointed when you come up short.
Pelicans trail by 3. Levine defended by George. Levine passes to Joseph. Pass to Nurkic. Brown's there. Clock at 6. And it's blocked by Brown. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Let's check out the numbers for Paul George. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. 5th in scoring, 7th in assists, and he's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
And, you know, going back to his spot near the very top of the scoring list, I mean, he's come up with so many different ways to beat you at the offensive end of the floor. He's almost unguardable.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he's an exciting young player. Almost 6'10", great athleticism, length, dynamic finisher at the rim, and he can guard multiple positions defensively.
And you know what, Steve? His growth defensively has been just as impressive. He uses that length to great advantage, contesting shots and coming away with deflections and steals.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Smith is checked in. Pelicans trail by 5. And Joseph kicks to Smith. Pass to Levine. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 7. The Cavaliers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Back to Brown. Kicks to George. George double teamed. Hernandez. Gomez, just 5 to shoot. It's George on the wing. And another miss by Cleveland. New Orleans gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Thompson inside the line. And it's Thompson again missing. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Back to Brown. Stolen by Joseph. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he absorbed the foul and had a chance to knock it down.
And that's all you can ask right there. I like that play.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, to this point of the season, guys, they're knocking down about 76% of their free throws.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
That one is no good. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Hill gets a screen from Hardaway. Now here is Hill, defended by Joseph. 5 to shoot. George dishes to Hardaway. Here's Brown. Drops in the layup for 2. Brown's got his first points in this one.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
So it's the Pelicans now, trailing by 4. Number 2. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here is Hill. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit, and you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
Here's Tucker, following the basket by George Hill. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Tucker can't get it to go.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Hill, no good. Outside for George. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
Now the pass to Tate. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Out to Hardaway. Now the dish to Hill. No good from outside. Pelicans trail by 6.
Help out! Help out!
He dishes it to Joseph. Feeds to Smith. He passes to Tucker. Shoots it up. The good-looking shot from the wing. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Hill gets a screen from Brown. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. Hardaway from outside, and the shot is good. And now it's a 9-point Cavalier lead. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Number 2. Outside Hardaway. Back to George for 3. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. George has got 5.
And that's what's built on this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the defense started getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 12.
Coming up.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second-chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Green, and it's Smith in at the center, filling out the middle. And that one's good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Number 2. Off target with his three. The Cavaliers leading by 14. George with the ball. Now defended by Tucker. Here's Hill. Second shot opportunity. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And let's bring up a list of point guards that over the last month have been on fire from three-point land. Take a look at Hill. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And he's just so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens up passing and driving lanes for him.
I really like the three-point shot as a very useful weapon for a point guard. I mean, it should be part of his arsenal. And this guy uses it as good or better than anyone else in the league.
Dishes it to Holiday. Offline with his three. Cleveland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Hill passes to Hardaway. Up again. Throws it down with the quick back jam. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir. No need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
And again, no good by New Orleans. He feeds it to George. It's rebounded by Tucker.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And the Pelicans making a change here. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. He kicks it to George. Shoots it. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 7 points here for George. Pelicans trailed by 20. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
Chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. 7th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
Yeah, this is a team that shoots the ball well, and I think the key is their accuracy from the three-point line. You look at that number in the top 10, as you talked about, Clark. You know, they've leaned on this of late particularly, and I think their success from the three-point line has really allowed their offense to open up and become more balanced.
Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, in the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these two teams were certainly closely matched.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here is Hill. He's got 6. And it's blocked by Holiday. New Orleans moving it around. And Tucker kicks to Holiday. Number 2. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. They set the screen. And George kicks to Hill. Hardaway from beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Magic. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Cleveland, 2 games back.
You know, I think for the Cavaliers, they've just sort of hung around. I mean, they're not among the elite teams, but they're not that far off the pace either.
Well, I think they're satisfied, Clark, with where they are right now because they're in decent position, you know, as they move forward. And this is all about just surviving the marathon in the NBA. It's such a long season.
Holiday against Hill. Left side, George. Launches a three, and that one's good. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Number 2, guarded by Hardaway. Outside Holiday. Passes to Nurkic. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Boy, a lot of fans really focused on that matchup for Memphis.
Here is Hill. He's got 6. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's something we didn't see at all from him in the first half when he had a goose egg from three-point land.
There's the pick. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Green. On the clock. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
It's back to Hill. Number 51, defended by Nurkic. Outside Hill. Again, missing Hill.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Hill. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. George is checked in. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
The Pelicans making a switch here. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Hernandez defended by Nurkic. Now the feed to Hardaway. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Green dishes to Holiday. Pass to Luffy. Nurkic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
The Pelicans have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the Cavaliers making a change here. No good on the second, so it's 1 of 2. Cleveland's gotten gold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Dellavedova. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 7 points in the game. Pelicans trailed by 17. Outside Holiday. The pass to Lumpy. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
You know, a lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position. And you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Steve, I'd say more than pretty good. Those are the guys that give opposing defenses nightmares on a regular basis. He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong going back up with that one.
That's exactly what he's capable of, guys. So strong.
The inside shot rejected by Nurkic. Pelicans trailed by 15. Kicks it to Holiday. He passes to Lumpy. New Orleans moving the ball around. And the shot is good. Green's got 5 now. Cleveland's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And George kicks to George. Dellavedova. They get it back. Outside for George. Fires from deep. Cannot hit.
you know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket. Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play. Even with the defender draped all over him, he's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdown. I mean, we're talking about.
And here are the Pelicans now. It's a 14-point game. Here's the screen. Here's Bumpy. Again, the Pelicans score.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Green.
And, you know, a chance here to see where the Pelicans sit in the NBA statistically. 17th in free throw shooting. 18th in rebounding. And they're in the bottom third as far as fewest turnovers per game. They've got to really do a better job of having everybody concentrate on taking care of the ball.
1:53 left in the first half. Outside, George. The dish to Middleton. Feeds it to Jordan. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
You got this, baby, yeah!
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. Pelicans trail by 12. He dishes it to Joseph. He feeds it to Thompson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
That free throw good from Thompson. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Dishes it to Middleton. A three ball. Can't get it to go. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. He kicks to Joseph. Passes it to Nurkic. Right block shot. That misses off the backboard. Cavaliers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. George passes to Middleton. And George kicks to Jordan. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. The jump hook, and that one's good. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Now, here's Joseph. He's got 6. Doubled by Middleton. Here's Thompson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Thompson's got 7.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Pass to Middleton. Gets it 5. And Thompson sends it back. The feed now to George. Pass to Middleton. The second chance effort. And he hits the jump shot. Middleton's got his second basket. Long feed. Defended by George. Long feed passes to Joseph. 3 seconds left. And that does it for the first half of play. Cavaliers lead by 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Glad to have you.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. What a game we're seeing from Paul George.
He's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
4 on the shot clock. Thompson for 3. No good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
And for the Pelicans, they've got Corey Joseph. He's out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Lane in at the 3, the small forward. And for Cleveland.
Yeah, they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
The Pelicans have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. That free throw good. Nurkic. The Cavaliers leading by 8. So for New Orleans right now, Klay Thompson is out there. Corey Joseph. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. 6 on the shot clock. George defended by Levine. A nice shot by George. George has got 17.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Paul George really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. We take a look at the Suns, earning the first post position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out New Orleans, they're much further down in the standings right now.
I think for the Pelicans, they've proven they have a long way to go if they're going to be a competitive team in this league.
Well, even if they weren't expected to play at a high level this year, I think most people felt they were capable of being better than what they're showing right now.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Thompson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Thompson's got 9.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Dellavedova defended by Joseph. Second chance shot. Heck, and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
Great perseverance on the offensive end. Offensive rebounds resulting in second chance opportunities.
And Steve, guys, I know it's simplistic, but sometimes it does simply boil down to who wants the orange more. I mean, who wants orange juice? Who wants fresh orange juice and is willing to go get the orange to make it happen?
Pelicans trail by 13. And the pass to Levine. Kicks it to Joseph. New Orleans moving it around. Thompson, left side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
It's been a solid outing for Thompson. He has 9 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
That seems like it could have been more because he's been in position to make plays defensively most of the game.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 12. They set the pick. Right side, George. No luck. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Here's Joseph. The whistle and a lot of contact there. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
Well, he's shooting about 74% from the line this year, guys. A decent percentage.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now, here is George. Defense is right there. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now Joseph, he has 6. He passes to Thompson. Feeds to Joseph. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Joseph's got 9.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Brown sets a screen for George. Off the pick. He squares up and sinks it. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Thompson, a screen on George. Mumphy passes to Thompson. The dish to Joseph. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Back to George. Dellavedova. And a miss there on the triple.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Thompson with the bucket.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
To the inside. Jumper off the screen. Middleton can't get it to go.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Joseph with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And George kicks to Brown. He feeds it to Middleton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Middleton's got 6. Pelicans trailed by 10. Here's Mumphy. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 14.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Number 51.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off. And the Pelicans making a change here. And he ends up missing both free throws. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Mumphy passes to Joseph. Smith with a screen on George. Here's Mumphy. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
And George kicks to Brown. Dellavedova. And the Cavaliers making a change here. On defense, New Orleans trailing by 5. He dishes it to Middleton. Dellavedova. There's a screen. He kicks to Brown. Dishes to Middleton. 5 on the clock. Moves back up. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Middleton's got 8 points.
Drop back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Off the pick. And he dunks it down.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Back to Brown. Passes it to George. There's the feed to Middleton. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 10 points for him.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
One feed, defended by Middleton. Shoots off the step back, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Boy, you can sense the urgency with them now. I mean, right here, they're flat in the first half, but they've come out here in the second half with a lot more fire and a lot more intensity. You can see they're driven to get things done.
The three from George. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Pass to Tucker. And Brown over to help. And Smith backing in. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Dellavedova. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Long feed, defended by George. The 19-foot shot. Here's Tate. Tries again. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
That's good from Tate. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. They set the pick. Hardaway dishes to Hill. Gomez. It's back to Hill. Good on the triple. Hill's got 12 in the game.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The screen from Thompson. Buffy passes to Thompson. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hill drives in. Middleton. And the 3 off target. Now here's Joseph. Guarded by Hardaway. Joseph, the pass to Buffy. Smith for 3. No good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers ahead. Up by 7.
Tune in.
Thanks again for joining us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. He's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
We got DeAndre Jordan, George Hill out there with Hardaway. Then it's Paul George. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Puts one up from 19, and right through it goes. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. Pelicans trailed by 9. Lumpy, defended by George. Lumpy passes to Joseph. Nurkic, he's against Jordan. The jump hook, again, the Pelicans score. The Cavaliers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Outside Hill. And George kicks to Hill. Pass to Hardaway. Puts up a three. No good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. The pass to Lumpy from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hill with it. Picked up by Joseph. Outside, George. Kicks to Hill. Feeds it to Jordan. Defended by Joseph. The jump hook. Again, the Cavaliers score.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Thompson from long range.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
George, that's a two-pointer. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pelicans trailed by 9. Passes it to Nurkic. The dish to Thompson. Pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. But they'll get another chance. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And I don't know of too many other players who are as solid as he is in the low post. Just watch how many times he'll get his man to go for his fake and leave his feet. He gets him up in the air and takes advantage of it.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
There's the pick. Shoots a three, and that one's good.
This is the kind of one-man performance that can win games for a team.
Yeah, he's unflappable, Steve. He doesn't seem rattled at all by the score and is now 4 for 4 in the quarter.
It's back to Hill. He passes to George. He feeds it to Jordan. Banked in off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
But both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
There's the pass to Humphrey. Three-pointer. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his third overall.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. And here is Hill. He dishes it to Jordan. The jump hook, and there's another one for the Cavaliers. Pelicans trail by 8. There's a good screen. Here's Plumpy. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around. He's off on the first. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. He hits the second from the line. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Middleton. He kicks it to Brown. Outside, George. Dishes it to Middleton. From the arc. Cleveland gets it back. There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys. Number 51. Pelicans pull it in. Here's Plumpy. Offensive rebound. Here's Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
The screen from Brown. The feed to George. Number 51 hits the jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
There's the screen. One feed passes to Joseph. 6 to shoot. And George with the block. George gets a screen from Brown. Number 51, defended by Nurkic. Number 51. And Brown throws it down.
Boy, terrific rebound and slam on the putback. He never gives up, always persistently pursuing the pumpkin.
And that's an essential quality for an offensive rebounder. An outstanding offensive rebounder that he is.
Yeah, he's got to go after it, and he does.
Yeah, he qualifies as one of the best in the league.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Pass to George. Right side, George. The fadeaway. Shot is off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. One feed, defended by George. Passes it to one feed. Number 28. Excellent D there from George. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Dellavedova is rebounded by Nurkic.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over the last break, I listened to the Hornets head coach address his team. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Thanks, Doris. There's the bucket. Good. 26 points for him. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. It's George on the wing, and there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. The three from George. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Lumpy. Nurkic. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. He passes it to Lumpy. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Kicks it to Middleton. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Middleton's got 10 points in just the second half. Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. And 1:01 left in the fourth. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. One feed passes to Thompson. Here's Nurkic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Terrific from the line this time.
And crucial that he converted those foul shots. They've got to continue to eat away at this lead.
Back to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 30 points.
Well, they're getting that lead way out there now. It should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'll be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Feeds it to Middleton. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Here's one feed. No good there. We see the Cavaliers get the win here.
Damon Bruce here, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Today's broadcast in tribute to Martin Luther King. It'll be the Toronto Raptors.
We've got an electric crowd in a sold-out arena here in New York City. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Grant?
Well, defensively, he's a guy who always seems to anticipate the fast break and chase people down with his quickness and explosiveness to block shots in transition. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the game.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Raptors. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in the last 5 games.
Well, I tell you what, for a team that's struggling, the road is not the answer. And this team has struggled wherever they play. They've just had a tough time playing good, winning basketball.
Well, I'm sure the last thing they want right now is to hit the road, because you got to work out your problems before you end up on a road trip. They'll just have to suck it up and try to use this trip to try to turn things around, but it'll be very difficult.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one misses. And here's Toronto. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know, it's a little bit surprising that the game got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
They really were. Outplayed them. If you looked only at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. But it was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor that made all the difference.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Raptors knocking down the trap. He had a nice open look right there.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. He said they'll have to do a good job moving their feet on the defensive end or they'll get dunked on all night. He told me that they are very aware of the slashers and finishers they're facing and will try to turn them into jump shooters. Let's see how successful they are, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. The Raptors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys, about 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
No good on the free throw. Second free throw. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Murray. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Feeds it to White. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. And Toronto has possession. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Well, they were extremely aggressive defensively early on in that last game, and it kind of backfired on them. Their starters wound up in foul trouble, and I thought that led to the loss.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Gets it to go.
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Screen by Grant. He kicks it to White. Shot from 12. Here's Robinson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, I tell you, that's outstanding determination to track that rebound down and fight his way to the bucket for the throwdown.
Clark, that is the effort they're going to need for the rest of this game.
And not just on the offensive glass, Kevin, but all over the floor.
6 to shoot. Number 17. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And to go back to Steve's point about foul trouble in that game, Clark, they had to give minutes to some players that ordinarily wouldn't be getting that many minutes.
Exactly, and that really stymied any hopes they had of coming back once they found themselves way behind in that second half. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight. How it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
It is now to White. And there's the feed to Grant. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. The Nets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Raptors making a change here. Murphy's checked in. And Grant drops them both. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, they were lucky it wasn't a blowout because they didn't put forth a very strong performance in that one.
Yeah, they just couldn't find anything to work for him, Steve. No matter what approach they used, it was futile.
And here's White after the three-pointer from Murphy. White gets the screen from Robinson. White dishes to Grant. That three off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
So it's Toronto now. After the missed three from Grant, they on the clock. Number 23. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
It's rebounded by Wiggins.
Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Grant outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Grant's got 7 points in the game.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Pass to Murphy. Number 10, White covering, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, he's kind of a slippery defender. I think that's the best way to describe him. He's a guy who has a knack to stay in front of the ball handler. He avoids picks. And it's not just strength, it's sort of savvy and guile. He just finds a way to get it done.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
First free throw is good. Falls, so he hits both of them. Here's White. 29 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, as he made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Passes it to Williamson. To the inside. Number 17. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Grant the pass to White. Wiggins. He passes to Murray. They get it back. New York moving it around. Pass to Robinson. Outside, White. Screen by Grant. The pass to Murray. For three. Gets it to go. 5 points in the game.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Now, here is Murphy. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Number 10. A three-pointer is right on target.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Now Murray. He has 5. White takes the three, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And so here's Toronto. 9-point game. Fires for three. It's rebounded by New York. White's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lets it go from 14. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. 10th in steal, 10th in three-point shooting, and they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
And Toronto has possession. Following the score by New York. Outside Murphy. That drops. Murphy's got 6.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Doubled by Murphy. To the paint. Here's Drummond. The stupendous finish in traffic. And the Knicks lead by 10.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get...
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
He feeds it to Murphy. Three-pointer, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Holiday kicks to Schroeder. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Muscala. 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to McDaniel. Here's Dunn. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
I agree, and great offense, too. A lot of three-point shots right from the beginning. This team seems to have the touch tonight.
On the free throw, no good.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Now here's Drummond, averaging 9 points per contest. His shot's good from Muscala.
They're setting the tone early here, Kevin.
And so here's Toronto, trailing here by 8. Dunn, defended by Schroeder. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
This is to Holiday. There's the pass to Schroeder. Here's Muscala, defended by Dunn. Goes up the baseline. The shot misses.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Now just a 4-point Knicks lead. Now the Knicks with it. Outside Holiday. They set the pick. He passes to Muscala. Here's Schroeder, the three. The shot will not go. Heaves it up. No good. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Knicks out front. They lead by 4.
Coming up this Friday, January.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
And for Toronto, they've got Iguodala, and it's Randall in at the 5. There's a good screen. This is it to Schroeder. New York needs to get off a shot. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
And for the Knicks, the Raptors have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And the first one goes. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Iguodala, and it's done in at the point. To the middle.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
A free throw off from Dunn. New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Inside. Pass to Moody. Kicks it to Drummond. New York moving the ball around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. The pass to Moody from past the arc, and the basket good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Pass to McDaniel, wide open, and he nails the jumper. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Schroeder, defended by McDaniel. Six on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Toronto calls timeout.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. In third, the Knicks.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
From deep. Knicks with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Well, I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Wizards game. It should be a close one.
Pass to to Randall. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. He used that pick just right. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Number 28, the big-handling two-handed jam. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
He hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Now the pass to Dunn. Off the mark here with the three-point shot. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Markkinen. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Dunn passes to McDaniel. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 7.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Number 28, defended by McDaniel. Passes to Moody. The tray. It's rebounded by McDaniel. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Randall. He dishes it to Iguodala. He passes it to Dunn. Back to Iguodala. Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Markkinen misses off the left iron.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
And there's the pass to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Down low, Drummond. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. The Raptors making a switch here. And he's good on the second.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
There's the triple. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Schroeder, averaging 10 points per contest. Schroeder off the pick from Grant. Schroeder kicks to Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got 9 points.
How about this performance in the face of the injury? Playing through a lot of pain out there.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Passes it to Randall. Raptors moving the ball around. Good. He's got 10. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Schroeder. Feeds to Drummond. He kicks to Grant. Clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. 5th in scoring. They were 6th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And what impresses me most out of all those numbers you just talked about, Clark, is the points per game, because this is a team that has become very difficult to cover. They really cut hard. They set good screens. They get great ball movement. And because of the unselfishness and the floor spacing, they seem to get wide open shots time after time.
The Raptors making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. That one is no good. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Williamson. Grant on him.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And the Raptors with the ball. No one near him.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Here's Schroeder, defended by Williamson. New York, no good that time either. The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Now the feed to Murphy. He'll pass it to Williamson. Grant on him. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
White, he's checked in for New York. That's good from Williamson. Here's White. 8 points for him. The dish to Grant. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Number 10. Shot is off, and New York will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. The basket counts, and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hit.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Raptors trail by 8. Number 23, he's covered by Murray. The pass to Williamson. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Taking a look at New York. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. Of course, there's the Raptors. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
Looking at the Knicks, the thing with them is they haven't really established an identity for themselves as a team. They never have seemed to come up with a plan and stick to it for very long. They've been all over the place in terms of their identity.
And I'd put that on the coaching staff more than anyone else, Clark. A coherent strategy has to be in place, or it's impossible to climb up the standings.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Raptors trail by 9. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. He's got 13.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
New York's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And White kicks to Grant. New York, no good that time either.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
The offensive rebound, number 17. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
If they're going to take tough outside shots, I mean, they're better off just firing from the three-point line.
Yeah, I agree with it. I mean, if you're going to be back there near the three-point line, you might as well take the 3. Just step back and knock it down.
Grant, right side. 6 on the shot clock. And he finishes nicely on the way. Grant's got 7 points here in this quarter. There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Murphy with the shot. No good off the back of the rim.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
White the pass to Murphy. Back to White. Grant, right side. Outside, White. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wiggins, and here are the Knicks with another bucket.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And so we conclude the first half. Knicks lead, and now brought to you by Sprint.
Glad to have... The Indiana.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Thanks again for joining us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Really an incredible game from Grant.
That was fun watching him in the first half, just breaking out the entire arsenal of post moves.
Yeah, I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve, and he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch here.
They've got Grant. He's out there with Robinson. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. The putback slams it back in.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch, gotta love it.
And White kicks to Grant. Defended by Randall. 17-foot shot on the way. No good from Grant. Raptors trail by 6. Inside, number 17. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. Number 5, the Knicks.
You know, it's amazing when you consider how much can change on a team from year to year, but nonetheless, this team has been one of the best at putting points on the board.
And that one misses. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. The Knicks leading by 6. He feeds it to Grant. Passes it to Murray. They set the pick. Wiggins, defended by Williamson. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 6 points.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Raptors shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Number 10. Hands it from downtown.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, right here, Kevin, we can get a look at New York and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. Second in free throw percentage. Third in shooting percentage. And they're ranked third in outside shooting. 3-point percentage, that is.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with a lot of aspects of their game, but particularly the free throw shooting that you talked about, Clark. This is a club that gets to the line. They're focused, obviously concentrate well. And I talked to the coach earlier. He mentioned how much they practice free throws each and every day, and it's obviously paid off.
The Knicks have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts. And the first one at the line is good. Robinson hits them both. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Williamson. Defended by Wiggins. Number 10. Offensive rebound. Number 17. The layup missed.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Grant, that's good.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
There's the pick. Number 10. Robinson pulls it in.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And now it's a 12-point Knicks lead. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the pass to Randall. Williamson defended by Wiggins. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. White gets the screen from Robinson. White drives in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for White. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
And that one falls for White. And both free throws good for White. Toronto calls timeout.
He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take the step back and look to help the team in other ways.
Raptors trail by 14. Passes it to Randall. Stolen by Robinson. Wiggins defended by Williamson. Grant up top. Dishes to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 7 points in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession. And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And also, Steve, I think he's really smart with the basketball. Very smart. When you're playing with him, your only job is to get open, because when you do, and if you do, he'll put it on the platter for you. Room service style.
Number 23. He's covered by Murray. The Raptors need to get a shot on. Number 23. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He's killing them with his pull shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Back to Grant. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Look out the Raptors' upcoming schedule. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Yeah, no question. Boston fans hoping their team can pull it off today.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
And Grant drops them both. Raptors trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Wiggins. The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Nice shot from the wing. 9 points in the game so far.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
The 11-footer, and that one's good. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 20-7 run. Holiday off a bit from Wiggins. Holiday gets the bucket.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And the Raptors call time here. You have to like what we've been seeing from Grant.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Fifth is Drew Holiday.
Well, as a point guard, you want to create the best shot possible for your team on every trip. And given the way those players have shot the ball, it might always be a good idea for them to do it alone.
I don't really want to see them doing that, Steve. They got to keep everything in the framework of the team no matter how well they're shooting it. I know what you mean. They have been hot, but keep everybody involved.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
There's the bucket. Good. He's got 10.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Holiday off a pick from Grant. Holiday dishes to Grant. Can't get it to go. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip.
And there's no question for Milwaukee, and that's a game they would really like to have.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Oh, we got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. 4th in free throw percentage, 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
Yeah, you look at the free throw shooting, Clark. It's very impressive. They've been in the top 5, as you talked about, and it's a result of a lot of effort, a lot of concentration. And when you shoot them that well, then you gain confidence and you really start attacking the rim because you want to go to the free throw line to shoot.
Stolen by Holiday. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Gets it to go. 11 points in the game.
Well, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Number 23 sinks the three-pointer.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
He dishes it to White. Back to Holiday. Right side Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Picked him clean. Number 23. Rejected by Muscala. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The Raptors making a switch here. White the pass to Holiday. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
The Knicks making a switch here. Grant's checked in. No good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 18. Randall passes to McDaniel. 1:31 left to play in the third. Number 17.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he consistently pursues the pumpkin.
Toronto's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Number 23. No good from outside.
The poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Holiday, the pass to Murray. Just 2 to shoot. It's rebounded by Randall. Raptors trail by 16 with the lead pass. It's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot. Raptors have not shot all that well from the free throw line, 6 of 11. First one falls for it. And the Knicks making a change here. Second, so he makes them both.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
White with it, now guarded by McDaniel, and it's White missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
That's good. 5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Murray. On that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Knicks. They lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Sunday, January 22nd, the New York Knicks go on.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. Here's Malkin. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors trail by 12. And there's the pass to McDaniel. Pass to Randall. Blocked. Here's Schroeder. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Schroeder's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Knicks. Pass to Randall. Number 23. A three-pointer, no good.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
The pass to Schroeder. Plenty of space. And he hits the jump shot. And the Knicks lead by 16. After shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Passes it to Randall. And again, Toronto no up.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Screen by Grant. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. No good from Schroeder. Raptors trail by 16. 3-on-3. Pass to Randall. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Schroeder. He passes to Mackubex. Here's Markin. No what? So the Raptors will take it the other way. Number 10. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Now Murray. Now the pass to Mackubex. And he drops him the layup off the glass.
Yeah, no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Raptors trail by 18. Number 23, defended by Schroeder. And trying to get back on track, and that one comes up a bit short. Grant outside. From outside the arc, the shot misses. And Toronto will come the other way. Number 10, he's covered by Murray. Passes it to McDaniel. They set the pick. Deflects the pass, and stolen by Murray. Grant the pass to Murray. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Easy points, come on!
That free throw good for Murray.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Both free throws good for Murray. Raptors trail by 20. Number 23. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. White gets the screen from Wiggins. Murray the pass to White. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for New York. And it's the Knicks with the ball. A great fourth quarter. He's giving up 2 points.
Well, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
The free throw drops for Grant. Raptors trail by 21. Number 23, guarded by Holiday. And that one's good.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
He kicks it to White. White gives the screen from Robinson. Six to shoot. And Holiday, here we go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Number 23, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Raptors. The first free throw is good. Free throw is good from Holiday. Raptors trail by 21. Number 17, Iguodala outside. Shot clock at 6. Randall passes to Iguodala. Gets the three-pointer to fall. White with it. And Holiday kicks to White. Pass to Wiggins. Back to White. Clock at 6. Right side, White goes up on the wing. Here's Robinson. They shoot again. He lays it in.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive line.
Here's Randall. Off target from outside.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
White against Iguodala. Robinson a screen on Iguodala. Holiday dishes to White. With the fadeaway. And the shot is good.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Iguodala's drive, a reverse, and it's sent back by Robinson. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. The feed to Robinson. There's the dish to Grant.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
The Raptors making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. Outside Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Wiggins. Pass to Robinson. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Number 17. He's covered by Grant. There's the pass to Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Now here's White. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. He feeds it to Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. That is good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Dishes it to Murphy. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Holiday off a pick from Wiggins. Outside Holiday. Robinson. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Randall. He's covered by Grant. That's good. 46 seconds left in the game. White gets the screen from Grant. And White kicks to Holiday. Grant outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Get him on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And he makes the first. A new group in now for the Raptors. So he makes both from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Holiday. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And this one was such a rough